fucking cool.
Spotify.
Oh, is that their jingle?
In between every song.
Every time you start up Spotify, that's the jingle.
All right, you ready? Are you recording here?
Yep.
You're recording? Cool.
Yeah.
Was that made down here?
Yeah, that's why it's called Love Basement Theme.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Fuck. Okay.
Yeah.
What an honour.
It's on the Pet Radio record as like a filler.
What's that one called?
Love Basement Theme.
Holy shit.
That's why
I didn't
said-
know it was called that.
Yeah, that's why I was
it's
like, we
amazing.
have to use it.
Does that mean it was your kit?
Yeah? No, Aldo's Ludwig.
Oh, yeah, true.
No,
I always like your Rogers.
Oh, dude, did you see...
Everyone here is.
Hello.
Have you seen Simi?
Yeah,
Is he coming back home?
I don't know.
Is that true?
Did you see that?
Simi's coming back home?
He got an email from someone from The Voice being like, dude, you should come on our show. You're amazing. Yeah.
If that's true, I reckon he should have just done
He
it
should just do it.
secretly.
He should absolutely do it, right?
Yes, I think he is.
No, I think he should
By the sounds of
promote
is.
it though. Like he should like the whole time.
Well, it looks like he is.
Yeah. Well,
He should absolutely do it.
take
It
the
could be like
piss.
the world's biggest piss take of The Voice. It's going to be... Hopefully he... I mean, who knows?
But
They
the
saw
thing
it
is,
ru-
I
they
could
saw the
totally
video
see
running
him
and they were interested.
just doing that though. That's
But that's kind of perfect for his career because I feel like everyone would get it. Everyone who knows Simi would be like, holy fuck, what a boss going on like The Voice and taking the piss out of it. Like, oh.
He'll just do those timeless love songs, man.
I don't think
80s
there's
timeless
anything
love songs.
that's taking the piss about him either.
What?
I love that guy. I think he's hilarious. And
He's got
there's nothing about him that's like fake. I feel like he just is that dude. And I really
is
like
Simi.
that about that guy.
Well, the truth is, I think he just
It's
puts
a
it. He puts
character.
in so much into it. You know, like
Yeah. It isn't like fake irony or anything. It's just like, this is just, I love doing
Like he
this
knows
live.
Oh,
that, he knows
no.
he's joking though.
He's
he knows he's kind of got a bit of
It's
like
satirical.
Dude,
He's
do you know
fucking
what
with
do you
people,
know what
but-
have you seen that Kieran J. Callinan video? That
Yeah.
new one?
He's
You know-
like a
you know-
tame Kieran J. Callinan.
You know how
dude.
he's sitting on a rock and he says, and he's naked,
Yeah.
and he says, some of what I do is funny,
Yeah.
but it doesn't mean it's a joke. I'm deadly serious.
Yeah.
That's exactly that. 'Cause
That's it.
Even when he says that joke, he is deadly serious.
Yeah, I
Like,
understand
straight
that.
serious,
but I think
But it is a joke
he's
at the same time.
he's a bit anomalizing because he's like, I am taking my career that I'm taking very seriously, or my music career that I take very seriously, is actually an act of me taking the piss out of something that I kind of secretly love.
It's more that
If that was like not
I don't
convoluted
believe
enough
that
a
he's doing
sentence.
it just for the spectacle of it. I think he's doing what his thing is because he genuinely loves doing his style of thing. It is like, oh, this is weird, I'm going to do that.
I there
think
has
the
to
thing,
be a comedic
the
element.
thing I've talked to him about this. It's just he's just overdoing the whole serious route with music, like in terms of writing lyrics that are kind of like about his personal demons and. You know, like he's just over that because he was in a band.
Yeah, what was
before
that band
Simi.
that he was in? It was a good one.
What was it?
Seahorse
Divorce. That's it.
and
That's a good name.
and for that he was kind of doing some emotional sort of punky kind of lyrics.
Is he the singer in that?
Yeah, he was a singer.
I thought he was just a guitarist.
No, he was a singer.
I think Seahorses mate for life as well. Yeah.
They mate for life.
Yeah, it's just like they're like partnered up for good.
Really?
Yeah. And then the dad spurts out the babies.
That's
Oh,
right. The dad
right.
has the
Seahorse,
babies.
seahorse. It's deep. It's
They get it
layered.
all back to front to how we have it.
Yeah, I know. I got it figured out.
They also can change sex though, right?
Yes, they can.
Oh no, well the
they can.
the
they
dad
can,
starts with the babies. You say.
but they
Yeah,
can-
yeah. It's in like a little sack in front of him.
Yep, you're spot on, Winchie. They are unlike any other fish. They mate for life and monogamous. Rarer still, they are among the only animal species on Earth in which the male bears the unborn young. So they like the guy is getting owned in that world. He's having the babies, and
Imagine
he has
if that
to
was
mate
the
for
case,
life.
Dave, if you just like...
And she's just fucking every seahorse around.
But
And he's
does does she have is the whole thing switched?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they mate for life though. I don't think you got any cheating like women horses.
Is
there.
Simi coming back? Is that actually what's happening?
I don't know. He wrote like he put an email up or like a screenshot of his email up today of like
Yeah,
from
he
The
said-
Voice
Yeah,
saying that they really like dug his voice and,
and
they want him to.
she found running or something across the.
She stumbled across running.
I don't know. I'd like if he was in all seriousness doing that, like I'd say it's a bad idea. Like don't fucking do it. Don't come back to Australia for that
Are you
reason.
kidding me?
Oh, actually, I don't know.
That'd
You
be-
just
Canada, man.
that'd
He's
be
having a great
fun
time.
as
He
hell.
just
That'd
got
be
there.
classic.
Man.
look.
It'd be funny.
I
But,
feel like
if
he.
I was him, I'd be like, fuck that.
I feel like we would all think it's hilarious to do. Like it would be. It'd be so funny. But like at the end of the day, they're going with ratings, and he would get up there, and people would be like, "Who the fuck is this guy?" All the people who watch it really seriously are like the dumb idiots who watch that shit, and they'd be like, "No, this guy's like, who's this guy? Get him out." You know what I mean? He doesn't rate well.
That's like a
I reckon we think he'd do
Apparently-
really well, but maybe he wouldn't.
You know, you guys talked about this in the first podcast.
What?
Yeah.
Did we?
Yep.
Oh no, we talked about The Voice.
We just talked about The Voice.
Not
No,
Simi
no.
being on The Voice.
Yeah.
No, but about the voice.
Yeah.
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 Not about Simi being on it.
Yeah. Anyway, let's not talk about The Voice again.
That's all we talked
Well,
about.
actually,
On and off mic. That's
Other
what we
than,
talked
other
about.
than that, it sucks.
can I bring up something that was brought up on the first podcast then?
Do it.
Because I listened to it. Actually, should we do like an introduction thing? What do you guys
Yeah,
want?
dude. How have we not introduced ourselves again?
Yeah.
Fuck.
So we've started? Or?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, well,
Aren't we
look-
recording?
Let's just
I had the
roll.
Love Basement theme.
Well,
and
we can
everything.
put this at the start.
Okay, should I just do the Love Basement theme and we go?
Again.
Well, like, yeah, we'll start again. Here we go.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Fucking
Nice
tune.
fade in. That was
Absolute
good.
tune,
It's
that
beautiful.
song, man.
All right.
How you going, mate?
Welcome back.
Hello.
Big Winchie. How you going, mate?
Allow me to introduce Huey, Andy, Zach, and Christian.
Big Winchie.
Dude, it's Solomon.
I hate saying my name like that.
I've given up on that.
You've given up on
Yeah.
Solomon? Why
Yeah,
the
dude.
fuck would
Like,
you
I mean,
give up?
I think we said Solomon
out.
less than your actual name. Like, in
The gig's up last week anyway.
yeah.
The
What do you
gig's
mean,
up. What do you
Solomon?
mean?
The cat, it's out. My name's Andy. It's been said.
Oh, yeah. It's already, yeah.
Was it
So-
Solomon?
Yeah, Solomon O.
Why?
It's his artist name, dude.
Ah, shit. I don't know that. Sorry.
Fuck.
Mm.
You should remember. You said you listened to the first podcast. Remember we made a stink about it last time.
Yeah, but that was like 3 hours long, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, it did.
You couldn't cut it. It's all perfect.
I didn't
It's all
listen to it
so
back
good.
to
You didn't? I didn't.
most of
I
it.
listened to it like 6 times.
Oh.
Did you get any? What was the feedback on the first podcast?
Andy Orban loved it. I can tell you.
Yeah,
that.
I knew
He said-
that.
He said he'd listen to a show like that always.
Everyone said that
Really?
we
Yeah.
rambled too much and we got off topic and we just basically didn't talk to Tom at all. So, and I was like, true. So we're going to be more focused this time,
Didn't we?
everybody.
I thought it was just more of a communal chat. It just felt like us just getting...
Yeah.
And I was hungover as fuck. I was feeling... I didn't want to talk.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I wasn't there.
Yeah, and when she wasn't here...
Yeah, Big Winchie wasn't mediating.
I'm sorry to miss it. I listened to it and I loved it. I had a couple of things I wanted to bring up.
Okay.
We were just talking about The Voice, and there was a segment you were talking about The Voice.
That sucks.
No, it's just that, well, because we had an argument once at yours about The Voice. You, me, Paul,
Did we?
Yeah.
Dude, is this a really long-winded story?
No.
Okay.
Oh, you don't.
Well, it can be. Hang on. Let me
It can't
wind
be a
up.
long-winded story. That's what the whole fucking thing is.
We got
Well,
three,
'cause
we got
you're-
3 hours, dude.
You guys talked about it, and the whole thing was, that you guys brought up how the artists are in it for themselves, and they have these winners, and they release an album, and that album sells massively, and the artist doesn't sell for shit.
But
Other way around.
The winner, the V person.
Yeah. The hosts fucking win out.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And the argument we has, because we were talking about it, that that they're just pieces of shit, the hosts, because they just are in it for themselves. They don't give a fuck about the artist that's doing it.
It's all about
They,
them.
they just want to sell their own album.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
then-
the only reason they're a part of do you mean like the panel, like the judge?
Yeah,
Talking about like
Yeah.
Delta and all them.
Yeah, the only reason they're a part
Yeah.
of it is to keep their own career going.
Yeah.
Or to give
But what
it
do you? But what?
And it got a bit heated too, because
What was the argument we were having?
PFO was involved. We were just at yours, and we were underneath where you paint in your house.
Mm.
And
Oh.
I was like, because I don't believe that the judges, because it's either two things. It's either they're total pieces of shit who are in it for themselves, or they genuinely think that they're doing something good, and everyone loves it, and everyone loves them, and everyone loves the winner.
You think that? You think that's what they're thinking?
That makes more sense to me than
It's-
they're just pieces of shit who
Dude.
will totally take
That's
advantage
insane.
of
I've
everybody.
never thought about that.
Everyone said that to me. That I was like, no, hang on, because
They think they're like
Winchie,
They
come on, man.
believe-
Like, you're in denial if you think that that's what
That
they're
is-
like.
Well, no, like I
Insane,
mean
dude.
that's
Have you
that's
watched
what
it?
they put on. That's what
I
they
don't,
wear.
I don't watch the show.
Yeah.
and I have no interest in it.
But yeah, of course, like if they out of anyone would know after spending a career in music or whatever, that they would look at these people and be like, "Pff,
But then that's
yeah,
crazy.
they know these people aren't going to make it, and
But
they're
then
like,
that's crazy. That
Yeah.
Because with my boyish naivety, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I don't. It would make more sense that they totally believe all of that hype themselves, and that they love
Who they are.
who they are, and they think they're genuinely going to help these people, and they obviously have no idea how anything works because they're so caught up in all the stuff
Absolutely not.
around them.
could you picture
And they
the
go,
Martin
"We're
brothers
great.
being
We're
fucking
going to make you great. Everything's great."
conscientious?"
0%, dude.
ah, dude,
0%.
they are. I don't know.
Not a chance, man. No way. They got agents, dude. Their agents and their managers call them up and go, dude, you should do the voice. It's a good career move. Like, that's how they get on those
Yeah,
things.
right.
It's not like they just get approached up on the street and go, hey, Delta, it's me from Channel 9. Did you want to be on The Voice? Like, it's all teed up in the behind the scenes. They'd be like, how much do you want for a Delta? And she'd be like, oh, well, what's the deal? And they end up winding a deal out. You get an
But
album every year.
I know what you mean, though. I
get
think
money,
some of them
like-
would actually be thinking. Also, like that's what gets them to sleep at night. Is
Well, maybe their
I'm
maybe
doing
their
good.
manager's
I'm helping
doing
these
that.
I think there's
people.
zero self-awareness, and
So
they
you reckon-
totally believe it. Like the people around them wouldn't believe it, but they would believe
Yeah.
in their star power. and in their
But you reckon they believe their own hype? Is that what you're saying?
absolutely.
But like,
Because that makes more
Like,
sense.
what are
to
they
me.
actually-
it's like
Because then
with
it's
church-
so
One at a time,
nefarious,
one at a
It's
time.
so fucked up that they're like, we'll just take advantage of all these people and fuck them. We'll ruin their career.
But what do they actually do on The Voice? Like, do they sit down with the contestant and like give them a singing lesson, and then just like I swear to God, they
all
probably spend
filming,
about like
dude.
15 minutes with each of them, maybe.
That's why Simi should do it.
So
Simi
it's
should
like-
get the inside scoop. He's
Well,
just
I know
the
people
shell.
who've done it, and
Oh,
like
okay.
like Luke did it, and
Luke who?
Mancini.
Luke Mancini.
Imagine Luke Zahnlader.
I thought Cunsty. I was like, what the fuck, Cunsty did?
But he said that I don't think he really had much one-on-one time with Delta.
Well, look, I didn't want to. I brought this
And
up.
what is she gonna fucking say, really?
I brought this up because the last one you guys spoke about it, and there are a billion things.
We'll
that I wanted
always
to-
have a. We'll
Bring
always
up.
talk about this every podcast.
Yeah.
We'll-
It's the way it should start. It's the way. It's the way.
with the voice. The voice.
Yes.
wrap-up. I love the first podcast though. You guys were great.
Oh.
You've checked it out.
Yep.
How come?
Loved it. I just wanted to
He's
listen
like,
to
I'm
it.
not fucking there.
Love you guys. Yeah, I know. I was a bit jealous.
Like, yeah, well,
In
I
spite
was
of
pissed.
myself,
I was
I was
pissed
jealous.
off for you because I wanted you to be there, and I wanted you're a part of this. You're the force behind it, so it felt weird.
Apparently not.
Yeah.
Wait,
But I thought this one we could switch it up. Do like a mid-air themed. I don't want to say
Discussion?
I don't want to say interview. Yeah. Would you guys do the voice? You or Andy?
Dude, I would do it when I've got kids and stuff. I don't know. I just find it so funny. It'd be funny.
Imagine seeing Huey in like 20 years on The Voice, man, singing fucking.
Or if I had a son and like I don't know, I watched an episode one time and it was like a father-son thing and it was just so funny. I'd love that.
Yeah, that would be hilarious.
It's a cheap thrill, you know. Sell myself out.
All right.
Well, I was sorry to miss the first one, and I'm so happy to be back. I think it's been a month.
It's been easily a month, dude.
Yeah.
I reckon we put the last one up a month ago.
I'm sorry because my laptop actually blew up in the last few weeks.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah. Put it there.
Yeah, so it was a bit of a slow coming back, but we're here now. Still working. I didn't lose anything too. I was freaking out.
Yeah, that would have sucked.
I was just
so back up, everyone back up.
Yeah, everyone back up.
Did you hear this?
It's $60 for a 1 terabyte of fucking savior.
You put it on a cloud, or do you?
No, my cloud's full, and I can't.
Tom Calder refuses to back up, even after that.
I can't believe that his
What?
whole album,
He's got this
all his
weird-
movies, everything is just
On the laptop.
Yeah, he won't back up. We beg him to.
Why won't
He
he back it
refuses
up?
to
What
do
the
it. He
fuck's
doesn't
wrong?
want to do it.
because he believes in.
He believes the universe will keep it safe.
Pretty much.
Last time I was here, Huey, we were talking about backing up.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Maybe that was a sign I just didn't pick up on. I usually do back up though, but like ever since moving in here, just been caught up, you know, bloody recording people and all this kind of stuff. I was just like,
You're a busy man, Huey.
Killing it.
And it's a new computer too, though. It's
Sure
like
is.
brand fucking new. It literally blew up on my lap. I couldn't believe it.
That's
Because
fucked.
of those cracked files we gave you.
All those illegal plugins.
Totally legitimate version of Pro Tools.
Yeah, actually, I was a bit worried about that, to be honest. But you know, what
Logic.
are you gonna do? What's a musician gonna do? You can't afford fucking. You know, I was just like flicking through a magazine last night, like one of like Aldo's like sound magazines, and it just like I saw one plugin that I have that I downloaded. That was like $300. Like just one of those, like that huge list. And I was like,
How did you score?
fuck?
How did you score them?
Just the waves complete, man. Just, dude, what do you mean?
With the
We
wave.
really shouldn't be talking about this. Fuck.
What the
It's
wave?
fine, dude.
The waves
I don't think
complete. What do you mean by
there's a
that?
problem.
Waves complete. Oh, just the bundle pack. Just all the plugins.
Oh yeah,
It's
but
probably like
how did you-
$10,000 worth of plugins.
How did you get it?
Yeah, but it probably actually is.
I just-
It actually
Yeah.
probably is, but it's fine. Everyone's got it.
Yeah.
I've Adobe.
It's like download or
Illustrator.
whatever.
Yeah.
Isn't it? It's
Photoshop
actually
and-
fine
Oh,
to
yeah.
download.
Is
If
that-
you get caught, it's all good. If it's for yourself, blah, blah, blah.
As long as you're not. I don't know. I don't know anything about the rules of internet
It's
piracy
actually
in this
fine.
country.
It's all
So
good.
I
The
don't.
whole country
been
pirates
told.
everything.
Yeah.
So big fucking deal.
Just to tell that story about praying into that lady's car.
What's that?
You prayed into a lady's car.
Into a lady's car?
Yeah.
What?
You were outside Cafe Crave.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
You did tell me about that. Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck. I still owe her a little bit
so
more money.
Oh really?
Well, I didn't know. I got a bout of karma because like I didn't pay her, and then my car got fucking
Hit.
at Eat Street. It just like the door doesn't open now, and
Oh,
like
good.
Like the next fuck you.
No,
and the
that
next
sucks.
few days, I was like, this must just be because last week I said I'd pay her. I didn't pay her.
You don't have insurance?
Well, it was just during a time. It was a rough
He did it. He
transition,
did it.
man. It was a rough transition,
Yeah, right.
and I got insurance and I paid.
That
the woman.
sucks. That you had to pay for both.
Yeah. Well,
Lesson learned.
no, well, it was, not that I'm into karma or anything, but I thought it made me think about it, and just having that thought, I was like, fuck, I'm just gonna be wearing that thought around, just like, yeah. So
Yeah.
something bad's gonna happen if I don't do something. Don't you just get that lift of, you know, like just acting out and doing something like that? You're like,
Yeah,
fuck,
for
I gotta
sure.
rectify my problem, even though it's kind of like it sounds a bit
Dude,
wishy-washy and ghosty or whatever.
dude, problems suck. That's why you got to deal with them. Get rid of them.
Yeah, there's no energy problem.
That's some profound shit. Problems suck. They
Some
do
of them,
suck.
some of them are tricky though.
Yeah, obviously some require more effort and thought than others.
And I've often like acted on problems, and I wish I hadn't.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I've regretted like I've done something out of just like panic.
You've
So,
also-
I'm gonna fucking do it, and then like it just like goes horribly wrong.
Do you have an example?
Go,
I'm
Huey.
dying
Go,
to
Huey.
hear.
What was something? I don't know. It's just like when you don't think about something very, like, you know, through enough. Like, you just kind of like, I need to get it sorted, and you just kind of just act. And usually that leads to a disaster, or even more of a disaster in my case.
Most people aren't as reflective as you are, though.
Yeah, but
So
that's
the
a
fact that you're
burden,
thinking
man.
about it, you reckon?
Yeah, well,
The old overthink.
the overthinking, yeah, it means that I guess I can be really conscientious, and that can be a good thing. But it also means that I just fucking worry all the time.
Yeah.
It sucks.
But you'd
Thinking
also
kills
like,
Life
action.
of suffering.
you'd also like talk. You can also like talk yourself out of things and like not do things without even trying them and stuff because you just think and think and think about it and then just don't do it.
Well, it's just weird. Like, if you're that empathetic, like, it can kind of like just be exhausting because you're like, you know, you could talk to someone in a bad way, but you're feeling bad about it, and they could have just brushed it off so easily.
That's
And
what
not thought about it at all.
that's what Hamlet's about. He keeps thinking the whole time too much, and he misses all the opportunities, and then he gets killed.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, is that what it's about?
Mm-hmm.
Fuck.
Yeah.
All right, that was a beautiful breakdown.
Nice
of that.
synopsis. Yeah,
It
that's
is.
lovely. Yeah.
Just a
Shakespeare was
one-sentence
onto it, eh?
thing.
It was too cerebral.
Didn't he murder somebody, or like there's some sort of mum?
Hamlet.
Someone's mum gets murdered.
He was like, even a girl, the prettiest girl ever came in, and she liked him, and he just ignored her and palmed her off because he was thinking too deeply, and she drowned later on.
What?
Yeah, so Shakespeare was making a big.
She went
dramatic-
crazy and drowned.
He was making a big dramatic thing about it. Yeah.
But yeah, he missed out on all these good opportunities. So stop thinking.
Yeah, but I can't help it. It's not. It's.
You can.
It's. You say you can or you can't.
You can.
You can absolutely, but then you think about not thinking about stuff.
Of course you can. You just try and...
It's not that I'm thinking about it. It's just like it almost is like, you know, guilt. I get, but like, what is guilt?
Yeah.
Guilt isn't like a thought process. It's like it's almost like you're feeling. Like
Yeah.
you can kind of like just be a
You
bit.
gotta
sad.
work out what you're feeling guilty
Too
about.
much self guilt.
Yeah, sometimes I'm just guilty. And I'm like, what the fuck am I guilty?
Well, work it
What
out.
have I done?
It's
You
tricky.
just feel bad about doing something.
Hmm.
Gotta love yourself, mate.
Oh, dude, I love myself so much, man.
That's the problem. Too much.
I wake up every day and I'm just like, I'm fucking magnificent.
You're a good guy, Hugh. You're a good guy.
Guilt.
I
though,
know.
That's a.
Guilty boy, eh? Hugh
I don't think I've
guilty.
ever felt guilt. I mean, like, I wouldn't know how to. You know, I've never been like, oh,
But dude, you're the opposite. You're the biggest piece of shit I know.
yeah. If you own it, it's fine. You can rationalize anything away.
What do you mean? If you what?
If you own it,
Yeah.
really,
If you own
swallow
what?
that guilt.
Sure.
If you just say, I am guilty.
Just like, I am what I am.
Thank you.
That's your
Yeah, what if
favorite.
you
Winchie.
fucking-
I am what I am.
Dude, what if you just punch me in
I'm
the face
guilty.
right now? Would you
I'd
feel
do
bad?
it. Your face?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Your what about this guy's face?
Zach's
I'd shit on his face. I don't give a fuck. Zach has a beautiful face.
To shit on.
Look. Shall we do this mid-air thing?
Yeah.
Speaking of getting shit on, let's talk about Mid Ayr.
Yeah.
You were halfway through your introduction.
Was that the introduction? I think it was like 20 minutes.
Yeah, that's fine.
It's good.
Well, as a opposite to the first podcast, which was just, I think, like 3 hours of that,
Yeah.
It was that.
I thought it'd be nice to kind of like, because the whole crux of this, you know, it's Zach, Andy, Hugh, which is Mid-Air, and the premise of the podcast thing was to have people like bands in Brisbane come, and we get to talk to bands and people in Brisbane who do good stuff, and the whole heart of the podcast we're doing is a whole band. So it'd be a shame not to address the band and say hello and introduce Mid-Air.
Meet the press.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, yeah. What a way to start.
Because I love Mid-Air. I've watched you guys live heaps. And I watched Andy play bass, I think just once at Foundry.
He's only done it once.
And you were great. You were so fucking good.
You did a fucking.
It was like you were there all
supreme
along.
job, mate.
Yeah,
Cheers.
You were good. You were
Cheers.
fucking good.
Yeah.
I was like, who's this Aldo chump?
Yeah, it's
Team
cool.
Andy.
You've really taken just like the Aldo vibe.
Yeah?
Yeah, I don't know. I remember TC saying that. He's just like,
Well,
Like,
yeah, I
it is
just
a
met
good
him. I
fit.
did a quick tag team. He headed off.
Were you comfortable playing that gig?
Yeah.
I'm comfortable playing music. I'm not comfortable around these two people.
These two deviant,
Yeah,
dirty
most
boys.
of the time.
Keep on wanting to fuck.
Really?
But it's worth it. It's worth it to get on stage, you know.
Epic. I didn't know that. You seem so comfortable.
So, well, what?
No, I'm joking. Yeah, dude, no, it was perfect. We practiced once the night before.
And we played all the songs once. That was it. He came in and we're like, let's do the set. And we played the set once. And I was like, cool. And then we just went up the next day and it was just like...
Yeah. I don't think, like, it was
You
weird
guys were
'cause
great. That was a great gig. And it was great.
we kind of got,
That
like...
was a rad gig. It was awesome.
Yeah,
Because we, like, Zach and I have played, you know, that set so many times. So when Andy came in, it was just kind of like... I kind of just forgot, like, it was Andy playing. Like, and I was like, oh, yeah. So I was kind of, like, lazy. But,
was this the gig or the rehearsal?
No, just the rehearsal the night before, and I was just like, yeah, you just fucking fit in so well. And I remember we got stoned as well, which I never do during rehearsal.
Yeah.
That's right.
And yeah, it was great.
Yeah, it was fun.
It was good.
How long was Mid Ayr with Aldo?
Most of
How
it.
long was that? Period.
Like most of it, pretty much.
Just like I think a year.
Yeah, no, it was more than that, I reckon. Because we started it in 2015. You had Mayhem out in like 2015. Early 2015. And then like maybe even late 2015. But, I mean late 2014. But then I met Aldo through Chucky and Bent at Chucky's house. And I was going to play in Denpasar. And that's when I was already doing Mid Ayr with Huey at that point. Like we were doing that together. And then...
Was there a bass player?
No, it was just the two of us.
Remember we had a real hard time.
We were
finding
worrying
a bass
about
player.
it for ages, man. We were like, fuck, we need a bass player. Like, we need to get going on this. Like, and then... Because we'd already kind of recorded, like, the first EP, pretty much. Like, it was pretty much all done at Hunting Ground with Tristan. And then... After that, like, that kind of didn't work out great. And we had all these mixes, all these trackings that we hadn't mixed or anything like that. And then after meeting Aldo a couple of times, like I remember came over to his house at Hetherington Street. Oh, whatever. No, not that one. The one in Rosalie. Auchenflower, the last one he lived in. Do you remember that one? Well, we mixed.
Yeah.
That
I
one.
loved, yeah. That was great.
And that's where I first met, like, Aldo. That day, Aldo, like, just messaged me. He's like, you should come over. And I went over, and it was, like, Aldo, Faye, like, Callum, Tom, like, all, like, the crew, Stu, everybody, like, and I met all of them for the first time. And I remember we were just chilling in the pool, and I remember just being like, what the fuck is this place?
Yeah.
Like, loving it.
I've known Zach a long fucking time. And I think it was that night or the next day, you were like, oh, I met the greatest bunch of dudes. You've got to come see them. These guys are fucking awesome. And then it took, I think, like a year.
I had to twist your arm so hard to come meet
Not
him.
because I didn't, I wasn't like,
You didn't know him.
fuck
You
these
just,
guys. It was just like, it just never happened. And then I think I came here one night. And,
yeah, it would have been here.
yeah, we just hit it off.
What? So it was just a party or something, and that was the first time
Yeah,
you
I met
them?
Aldo, and he was talking some shit about Assad and something. But I loved it. And I met Harry, and Zach warned me about Harry. He's like, Harry's a loud guy, so you might warm to Harry. But I loved Harry.
Wait, what's Assad? Is that like world politics something?
Yeah, just something like Aldo gets pretty political.
Yeah, he does.
Sometimes,
eh?
like
He does?
like he's super knowledgeable with stuff like that, and like, but it'll come out at like just these bursts sometimes. Like
We shouldn't bitch about him while he's here. Not here, though, by the way. Like,
Fucking-
he needs to
You
be able to
reckon?
defend
Alright.
himself. You can't talk about him in a negative way.
Yeah,
It's
but
not
he'd
fair.
love to hear that, though.
Yeah, but like he probably doesn't want anyone else hearing about that.
dude, he's listening right now, man. He's just up there.
Well, okay, so it was Aldo for a year and a half.
Yeah, well, that's how we met. And then when I met
And Aldo was here in Love Basement.
No.
Okay.
It was over at this other place. And when I met Aldo and I went over that time and hung out, I was like, this guy's awesome. All these guys are right. And I said, he plays guitar. He knows how to record music. He, like, in Denpasar and stuff, he's really good. I reckon he could fucking play bass.
Had you and Huey known each other?
Yeah, we've known each other
Previously,
for ages. We've known each other since, like, 2008.
And when did you guys
2007.
meet Andy?
Through Aldo.
Through Aldo, okay.
Yeah.
God bless Aldo.
Yeah. But
dude.
Aldo, basically, then I met him and I was like, dude, you should just come and meet Hugh and come to a jam. Like, you should just come. Because I showed him a couple of the demos. He was over waitress, and I just showed him, and I was like, "You should come," and he was like, "All right," and he came for rehearsal, and then that's how that whole thing started.
Yeah.
Huey had trouble with Templeton.
Yeah.
Which is what I wrote down.
Ah, nice.
Yeah, I didn't know.
No, a
that.
bit of
Took me a while to
On
find
my
that out.
post-it note.
What?
getting your facts
I
straight.
didn't know you were in that.
Oh.
With Tom Calder.
Yeah, TC was like the main dude.
Yeah, I
You
know.
that, right?
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah.
You were great. You guys were awesome.
Oh, thank you.
Is it still a thing?
That's a good question. It doesn't seem like it, but Tom's a bit, like kind of in the middle of.
Non-committal.
Well, no, like I've heard him say that it was over, and then I've heard him say that it's back up multiple times. So I don't really know where it's staying.
It's hard to bounce back from a gay experience. You got to like, you've seen each other's cocks.
Yeah,
And
we know what it tastes like, so it's hard to start something new. But
Did you guys? You guys went to America.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We did like that was really cool. That was like we did South by Southwest and went up to Canada. We did a road trip up to Canada, which was kind of strange and awesome. Went to New York, and we did like a bunch of international tours like in that year, which is crazy for me to think of now because it's just sort of knowing the more of the behind the scenes to how a band works. And just how hard it is to just make money and tour like that. It's just incredible that we did that. I didn't, it's pretty crazy.
Where did you play in New York?
We played a few different places. I think we played a couple of shows in Brooklyn, and we played, where was it? I remember there was John Mayer's guitarist that we played with. That's all I remember from New York.
Was it John Mayer?
No, it was a guy that was almost like John Mayer. But that was his shtick. That was the way he's like, I'm John Mayer's guitarist. And he sounds exactly like John May.
He must be pretty good because if he's John May's guitarist.
Yeah, no, he was good. But New York was awesome.
I wrote down some questions before I came.
Mm-hmm.
And
said that already.
Did I?
Yeah.
Sorry. But on one of them, I just wrote down Big Moy.
How can I help? What can I do for you, man?
Because Aldo played drums.
Correct.
On
Plays drums.
The first album
Of what?
with Mid Ayr.
No, I did. Aldo mixed it. Aldo mixed
No,
it.
because I know there was some songs. You showed me some Mid Ayr songs, and I swear you said Aldo.
No,
played
not Aldo. Richie from Trouble with Templeton played
Yes.
drums on Evil Ears in the first EP.
Oh, okay.
But I played on Vampires. I played on the rest of them. Like Vampires Letting You In.
Yep.
You'd think you know me, all them ones. I played on all of them. And then there was Halloween, which was acoustic. Oh no, there's a little bit of drums in that. And then there was Mayhem, which was all Huey. Mayhem was just a demo Huey put out, pretty much.
We need some fun boys doing claps and thuds.
Yeah. Nice boy. Still our biggest song to date.
Yeah.
Which song?
My Mayhem.
What does that say, mate?
It's classic. It's so funny.
No. Aldo also is a phenomenal drummer, right?
Yeah, he's really good.
Yeah.
He's a great drummer.
He is really good. I'm surprised he doesn't play drums like in bands and stuff.
I talked to him about it.
When
He
he's
did,
like, nah, I'm not into it.
yeah, I think he's got his producer hat on.
Yeah, he loves being that guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
So how
Is
many
he a
of
drummer?
the
Is that what he
Aldo.
does?
That's
Did?
how he came up, pretty
True.
much. Yeah, he
Not
learned
guitar or
drums was his first instrument,
Hmm.
and then he went from there to guitar and bass. And he's just an all-round musician, dude. He's just a good music.
He said he had to. His drum teacher put like a 20-cent coin beneath his pillow
Yeah,
and made him just keep hitting that 20-cent coin.
yeah,
That's crazy.
Yeah.
yeah. He's pretty dedicated. His mum's a phenomenal pianist. Like, ridiculous. Said pianist. His mum like has played with the Sydney Symphony Orchestra and stuff. Like, she's really fucking good. You right, mate?
Oh god.
Yeah.
So then Andy came on board when Aldo
Then
left.
Well, no, we had Aki before Andy.
Oh yeah.
So many A's. If your name starts with your A, you're a good chance.
Yeah.
Yeah, Aki filled in, and he did all last year's tours. So he did like the Moses Gun tour. No, he didn't. I'll leave that. He did the Olympia tour, and he did the headline tour that we did as well. And then
He's back now. Fuck, I gotta see him.
he's already back. And then Andy filled in for the Kieran show, for the Kieran J. Callahan show.
Have you recorded anything with these guys here?
No, I hang out here a lot, but and I'm always listening to stuff.
Mm. Yeah, you
And pacing around, giving like directions.
give directions.
But no, not so much. Not so much playing.
You do some drums and stuff. I've recorded you play some.
Oh yeah.
You know.
How many of the Mid Ayr albums have been recorded here in Love Basement?
The second one was done.
The second one, all the tracking.
Including like,
was
cause you
done.
have like EPs, and I know you do like your little singles down here as well, like when you lay down ideas and stuff.
Yeah. I don't know. I still kind of have that system really. Like it's more of, me sort of in that demo mode of me and the laptop and just kind of nutting away with like effects and ideas and all that kind of stuff. That's a big part of it.
Is that how you write songs?
Yeah, I like. Well, either on piano or guitar. Yeah.
And when do you bring in Zach and soon Andy into that kind of thing? Do you have the whole song formed before you go, hey, here's this song? How can we add to it? Or
I've got an idea. I think with a lot of the instrumental, a lot of the recordings and stuff, like I won't get Andy to come in and play bass because it's.
Sucks.
He sucks. He's an embarrassment to have around. I don't know. I like that. The bass isn't like a big component of Mid Ayr. I don't really regard. I'm not saying, but no. Andy's a songwriter. He's a musician. Yeah, he's a songwriter in his own right, so he understands that it's not like.
It's not like we don't have a flea in Mid Ayr. Bass is very basic in Mid Ayr. It's just like tonic notes and it's more whatever promotes like Huey's songwriting, and a lot of the time Huey will write it and demo it pretty much straight away, and then we just kind of build off that. So
we never really
don't fix what's not broke. If it sounds fucking good, we're just like cool.
We never really have that system of like the band coming in, we're doing like a big day session, and it's like us all tracking instruments and it's not really like that. It's more just like a gradual process of getting the drums down, and I'll be like, oh, what kind of song, what it needs, and then I'll do like synth or bass or whatever the fuck, and then.
Do you ever get nervous showing the songs
to these guys? Not nervous. Sometimes I get a bit frustrated that they don't like it as much as I do. No, I don't get nervous. No, I trust their opinion, and any feedback is really useful. So.
Do you ever give any feedback?
To Huey?
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sometimes it's like, maybe you should pitch it up. If you pitch it down a few tones.
Yeah, we've been having... Dude, but you were here. We were listening to a new album track just before, and we were arguing about whether it should have...
Just pitch the whole fucking
pitch
thing
the
down.
whole song down. And I love it.
A tone.
And, Huey's scared of it.
Well, that just means you're putting, a pitch shifter plug-in on the master track, and you're actually getting the whole track.
Dude,
and just going... Boo, and
sounds awesome.
You could do it with a tape and make it super nice quality.
Yeah, that's what that was my only
It will
concern.
sound super good.
Yeah.
I think, personally. But anyway, yeah. So that's one big... That's a pretty big one, though. I don't really I reckon that's one of the biggest...
Pitch it down, then.
What's this song called?
I think we're calling it Exit. Exit.
But I remember, I never really, when you show me a demo, I'm like, sounds great. I will just play the drums on it. I don't ever really want to put in any production. I just go, let the guy do his thing. He knows what he wants and what he's doing. I don't ever bother trying to input on it because that's his ballpark, and I'll just make sure I play the drums really good.
You don't ever ask for a drum solo?
Nah.
Dude, you played piano the other day, though. We did that.
Yeah, that was fun. I like playing on things, but I don't like being maybe this needs to go in here. I want you to be that's what I want.
Yeah.
And then, can you play it? And I'll go, yeah, I'll give it a go. I'd love to try and just do stuff like that.
Yeah.
But not actually have any kind of vibe input on it. I'll just let you do that.
I know you write, I know you I know you write songs about people you know.
Yeah.
Ooh, shit.
Yeah, there's a big Winchie coming.
Yeah, where's this going? Have you written any about Zach and If so, why?
Fuck you, man. I just want to hear him say, yeah, I wrote the one where I said I want to kill myself. That's
I wrote a song about...
It's called A Piece of Shit.
I wrote a song about that time that he got really drunk at work and fucking fell off his chair and destroyed his face. And I was like, what? It's called Goin' Moin the Trouble.
For the album?
Yeah, it's the hit. And it features a banjo and yep.
Have you written any about Andy?
Andy? Ooh.
I haven't made any emotional waves in his life yet.
Dude, no, that's not true, dude. You turn me on constantly. I reckon, no, I haven't yet. I feel like, I really have a duty of, I really would like to write a song about most people I know. It's, actually, I kind of had, like, I was talking to TC about this, like, an idea for an album, which was just to make each song about someone different, like, just by their names. Because I've got a lot of songs about very, like, it's very directed at, like it says their name and where they live and their phone number and stuff. It's like... yeah. So I was thinking about doing an album like that.
You call it Big Moy.
Big Moin.
Big Moy's Tales.
And just sing.
I like the idea of... Because, I mean, like... what better stuff to write songs about than the people you know? Because, like, especially being here in this place as well, we both, I think, like chatting to people a lot and, learning about them and doing that kind of stuff. So as far as an inspiration goes for a song, because people do funny things as well, so you can, sing about that, why someone's doing something or how it impacts you.
Yeah. I think I usually try to write. I usually try to write. If I'm writing a song about someone, it's usually a way to try and convey how I feel about them. But I can't put it. I can't really tell them. Like I can't really talk to them about what I'm trying to describe through song. That's why I do it, I think.
So it's stuff you can't say to their face.
Yeah, but also I'm really shitty at explaining things and the way I feel.
So if a song hasn't been written about you, it's a good thing because nothing's below the surface.
No, it could just be. It could mean my love for you. Yeah, for sure. Like a Bloody Shieldy song. That was one just aimed at him to get better and to pull himself out of the little dark world he's in.
I love that guy.
That was that was the intention of it. It was just so he would listen to it for himself. But I had no intention of other people hearing it.
It's like the best song you've ever written.
In my opinion.
So good.
Oh, the shielding song.
Yeah, it's just.
I'm aiming to get it put on this album. I'm just trying to twist his arm. He wrote it so long ago, and I'd love to do a version of it. I think it's such a good fucking song. Dude.
Yeah, Zach loves that song.
Dude, everyone who hears that
Shielding
song loves that song.
Put on the shielding number.
It's ridiculous.
I should do that with Ben Fay with that song Joy.
Oh yeah, it's a tune.
I know he's play Joy. He's like, what the fuck's up with Joy?
I know. I asked him all the time too, dude.
It's such a tune, man.
But the reason why, because he wrote that when he was 14 or something. I remember hearing that that's how I met him, because it was on MySpace and I heard that song and it was this acoustic thing, and I was like, fuck, I didn't know him at all, and I messaged him through MySpace and hit him up and I was like, do you want to get together and jam? And yeah,
it's beautiful.
That's how we met. And then later on, I found out that he was friends with Aldo and everyone. So weird.
It goes back a long way. Once you pull that thread, and you go, who?
Yeah, it's good.
I met Zach in grade 5 or something.
What? We were 5. Oh. Fucking hell.
Close enough.
Grade 1.
Yeah, grade 1. It was Paul, me, and Winchie, all grade, and John, and we were all grade 1.
If I could,
I would love to see you guys as little kids.
Oh, we were so cute,
funny.
Oh, hey, Zach was a little fat kid.
Yeah, I was a chubby boy.
Fat kid.
I was just a little fat
You're a chubby boy.
Yeah.
Really, you're a chub?
Yeah.
Yeah. What were you?
Skinny boy.
What? Were you eating?
Winchie's gone the other way.
Dude, you little gobble guts.
Yeah, I've gone the other way. Zach was a little fat kid, and then you got sick, and then we were home for a week, and then you came back skinny.
I hit puberty and everything got weird, and I just felt weird for a week, and I didn't go to
What do
school
you mean?
for like 2 or 3
You
days.
hit puberty and you got sick.
Oh, I hit like the growth spurt, and everything just changed. Like,
Yeah, when that
really
dam broke,
quickly.
it just
Man,
happened all
man,
at
it didn't
once.
hit me like that.
Oh,
Whoa.
really? You a gradual thing?
Yeah.
Dude, I went from being like a skinny fat kid to like a little fat kid to like a tall skinny kid in like a week and a half.
No way.
No,
Dude.
it's crazy, man.
No, I fucking did.
How-
I lost like 10 or 11 kilos
It's
in
like the Hulk.
a week and a half.
It was like so like a frog to a prince.
I literally just went, boop. I just shut up. It was so fucking crazy. It was weird.
I wrote something down earlier.
That's how I remember it anyway.
I didn't know you were coming, Andy. Sorry, but I wrote down that I'd like to know if Huey and Zach were stranded on a desert island.
Oh, what?
Who would take it?
Well, there's two things. That's one of them. It's what would happen first? Would you have sex or would you kill each other?
Well, I think that, like, I
we'd
mean, in all
absolutely
seriousness,
bang.
I would have to break the sexual tension in
Absolutely.
order to make that decision.
Yeah, there'd be a lot of that.
We'd bang for sure. Heaps.
Well,
And we all know.
Zach is
It'd be
a
fucking hood.
Yeah, Huey would overpower me. I'd try. And he was just like, no, I am not going to take this.
sucks.
It's a really nice image for
Throw
everyone.
that one in there, mate. How's your palm cards going? You getting
Did
through?
you have that written down on card?
I was at my desk today, and I was like, I fucking hate my life, and I was just writing down stuff on these post-its.
No.
I'm glad I'm not on that island.
Yeah, that'd be weird.
That would add a whole other dimension.
This one says Andy joining, Alde leaving. So I guess that's already.
We already did that.
Silky smooth transition.
It's nice to meet Andy actually, because I think I only met you at that gig. Because I think we were here beforehand, and then we all went over together, had a ripping time.
Which year was it? Oh, the Foundry thing?
Yeah. Foundry's great for that, by the way. I've had some of the most enjoyable gigs I've ever had at that place. We had our cricket break up there too, which is a real
nice.
Yeah, I think Zach teed that up.
Dude, is someone having a shower upstairs?
Yeah, but it's fucking... Dude, you know who it is, man?
Stu, man.
No, it's okay.
Fucking Silky Vince with his two...
Oh, with his strippers.
Yeah.
Can we talk about that?
Yeah,
I
fuck
don't
oath
know.
we can
but I
talk
don't know if
about
he's even
that.
listening.
So just casually.
Dude, he's
we get
known as-
informed
Maybe.
that two
Dude,
strippers
I
are
don't
going to stay in the basement.
Dude, he's
tonight.
silky. That's just, we refer to him as silky, and it's fine.
If you isolate this sound, hang on. You can hear stuff. You can take that out.
Flip the phase.
Silky's upstairs trying to have a good time, and he's actually being recorded by 4 different microphones.
I'm not hearing any moaning though. You think you'd hear moaning if it was?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
especially from Silky.
That's... I mean, it's through the floorboards, through the bathroom,
Coming
to
down
the
the
shower.
top. Isn't it coming down the pipe here?
It could just be this one as well.
What?
That
Oh,
microphone.
the room mic.
It's a nice ambiance.
Yeah, I kind of like it.
Yeah, it sounds
Can I ask something else?
Yep.
The videos. Because I loved that one by Kunsty.
The puppety.
Yeah.
Yeah,
public
dude.
one.
Yeah,
Letting
did
you
such a
in.
good job. Yeah.
Which you guys won some. Well,
It was a bullshit award, wasn't it?
Luke said he won some award that he had to pay for.
Yeah, that's right. It was the New York Film Festival Award or some festival in New York.
Which, you know,
And
what
it's
a
like,
crock
you have
of
to pay
shit. You gotta-
$60
Yeah.
to win the award.
But nevertheless, it's still an award-winning film clip now.
Yeah,
Well, no,
I think it's
'cause he
actually
didn't
won some
pay
other
for it.
ones though.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he was actually the one all on top of that stuff, because I regard it as him. You know, it's more him than me. I think in the execution of the whole thing, getting it done, he totally deserves all the recognition for that.
It was great.
I think, but we both kind of just sifted out the ideas together, but
Well,
he really made it happen.
He built those little sets around your old house.
He went crazy. He
rebuilt your kitchen.
He turned his house into a puppet world, man. He had built the sets.
Yeah, he went so hard out on
His
that thing.
girlfriend Jen built all the made all the dolls, and the puppets and stuff, and it was crazy. You'd go because it'd just be this underneath his house little basement, and you walk in and it was just all these little sets, and little rooms, and he based a lot of the sets, scarily enough, off my house, my old house. So it looks like it's so identical to my house. It's crazy.
My favorite was the little beer bottle that said Air Mid on it. Like a mid bottle. Yeah, like stuff like that. He went to like crazy detail.
Yeah. All little figurines. He made it all. Like,
he made the whole
plates
lot.
and the fucking cutlery.
All the vomiting puppet thing.
I remember doing that scene. We just pushed a tube up in the middle of the puppet and then just got juice, like frozen juice, and just pumped it through. Perfect. And the first one was so funny though because it was too frozen and it would go like it just
fell out.
Like there's just shit coming out of his mouth. And he's like, "Now go puppet hug," and he'd be like,
"Puppet hug."
Yeah, he'd call it puppet hug too.
That actually happened.
Yeah.
What?
It wasn't in the film clip, but they tried it, and that's what happened.
You throwing up in a toilet and...
Oh, no. Well,
fit of despair.
It happened, not in that... Like, it happened just out of me just drinking too much, I think.
Sure.
But not over the mirror, and not over myself. And not...
Dude, that epic, like, projectile one that he does, the juice, and he's just like... And it just, like, shoots out like a bomb went off in his mouth. Like, so good.
I don't know, we just wanted to make it as dark as possible to kind of just... take the piss of the whole thing, I guess. He's like on the edge of the cliff and like, or the building.
And the last one you did was awesome too, with the Triple J.
Vampires.
Yeah, those guys killed it.
Yeah, that was cool. Like all the Nida.
Dude, that was the easiest film clip we ever made.
It was great. Hey, it's amazing to just
but we literally had no input in it.
Yeah,
like,
but at the same time, we were there every step of the way for the ideas and making sure that the execution was right. Like,
but we literally
like Stu was on top of that, man. Like he was really making sure that like we were just very clear and concise about what we wanted, and then they could execute it. Because the worst thing in those situations, it's like if the idea is not like clear enough, like they can kind of do their own spin on it, and it can often turn out terrible, and you still have to promote it because it's like they've done it for you.
Did you lay out the premise for it then?
No.
Or they came to you with an idea?
No, yeah,
we gave him a vibe.
We gave him a bunch of ideas, and they worked off that.
Yeah, we were like, it has to be like a dystopian kind of future. We had like a really rough storyboard where we were like, it's like a faceless, that thing where it's like, remember? Was that your idea? I can't remember.
I think like they sort of stole. They just built off our idea, but they like their idea just like totally captured it all like in such a perfect way.
Mm-hmm.
It's like really that person sort of running through through the rooms.
It was very good.
Yeah, and it was just really simple, and the way they could shoot it was like totally doable.
Well, it's like they built like a whole set with
they spent like a week doing it, dude, or something like that.
How many sets was that? Like
they spent like a week building the sets. I think there was something stupid like 15 different rooms or something. They completely kitted it out amazingly, like immaculately, and then they wanted to do the whole thing in one continuous shot. They were going to make it try and make it a one shot. Like thing, like a whole, just one big thing.
Just one shot.
Yeah, they tried. They wanted to do that. Sorry. And I remember they had an idea. Remember they sent us a few, like, oh, do you want to try this, or we could try this. They gave us like 2 or 3 story ideas, and we like poo-pooed a couple of them, and then then they came up. But then they said, all right, we're going to do this, and then we just didn't hear anything from them for like a couple of months. Like we're like, okay, once we signed off on like the story, we're like, cool, go for it. And then we got the odd email, hey, like one of them was in Europe or something for a while, remember? And we were trying to have like Facebook convos with them and stuff. And then they were like, okay, guys. And then one day they were like, hey, the film clip's done, here you go. And they like just sent it to us, and it was that. And we were just like, holy fuck, it's awesome.
Yeah.
We didn't get any along the way. Like, here's what it looks like so far or anything. It was just like, boom, there it is, done. What do you reckon?
Yeah, it really is rare to get like, like a film clip as well. Like just
the sheer amount of effort that must have gone into it.
Well, it was for their end of like degree assessment as well.
It's pretty good of Triple J to get that kind of thing up. Like that's a lot of
Yep.
That's a really good initiative, actually. It's a huge opportunity for those kids.
They would love this. Let's do it.
That was amazing. And especially for that song, too. Like, we didn't think... It's just very hard to get kind of any traction with, like, sort of an acoustic-y kind of song like that. on Triple J, but for them to be like, oh, we're just gonna make a film clip for the whole thing is pretty incredible. Like, we were all so surprised by that, which is like, holy fuck.
Yeah, Stu just even said like that he threw it in as an off chance. Like he was like, "Fuck it, I just entered you guys because like why not?" Not ever thinking that we'd get it, and then they were just like emailed us like, "Cool, you win, have a free film clip." And we were just like, "What?"
That's dope.
Yeah, so good. And then
Yeah,
the last one, Pocket of Eyes, was filmed right here in Love Basement with TC.
I never saw that one. I'm
So
sorry.
good, my favorite one.
It's your fave?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
nice
awesome.
one.
TC did a great job,
Yeah, he did such a good job. It's amazing what you can just do with just like a camera in this fucking place.
dude. It was just him with a camera. That was it. So good.
You shot
Oh, and his mate. What was his mate's name?
Corey.
Corey.
the
Corey
start
did it too.
of Pariah by
Yeah.
Ballpark was that TV right there.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah.
With,
And
someone's foot. I remember that someone's foot's
I think it's
laying
Sam's, right?
out.
yeah.
Sam's.
Aaron Williams, I think he's got. Yeah.
Booty boot.
They got those boots for free apparently.
We did.
Yeah. Well, Andy works. at
Andy
Aaron
works for
Williams.
RM.
I
as
do.
well.
But no, but they did. They just got endorsed.
Yeah.
Were you the guy that gave them the boots?
No.
Ah, that'd have been so great.
Can you get me some boots, man?
I was gonna hook him up and he was like, "Oh, it's cool." I got
Dude,
them for free.
can we get a Mid Ayr endorsement on some RMs?
Easy, dude.
Dude. All right. And he's gonna hook it up. And he's in both camps, so he should make this happen.
A pre-written.
This one's huge, dude. You should see the size of this question.
Yeah.
Well, because it flows on from that. Like the whole idea that like with bands nowadays is that you have like it's post MySpace, but it's mid Spotify, SoundCloud, digital music.
Yeah.
How is it now for a band starting up? Andy would know as well, probably too, because like being a young musician, it's just like, oh, is it easier now to spread your music around to get noticed, or is it like would it have been better 70 years ago when it was just vinyl and you had one guy saying these guys are great, check these guys out, because then it's more about the musicianship or something like.
It's,
Because I always saw it like there's so much music out now that you can get lost in it.
Yeah.
So what made Mid Ayr get, noticed?
if it's good, it'll just float to the top, in my opinion.
I mean,
People will take notice of good shit.
people will have a different answer for you as well. It's totally to do with your own sort of trajectory and like what you've experienced as a musician, I guess. Like, I believe that the good stuff finds a way. People find their way to the good stuff. Like, so it's all about promotion. It's all about getting it out there. But yeah, I don't know. It's hard to say. Like back in the day, whether like it would have been easier because you have other challenges back then as well. Like, I mean, right now it's just so easy to upload a song and
So easy for it to be stolen, though, too. Like, that's the hard thing. Like, we've gone through an age where I feel like back in the 70s, yes, it costs a lot more to get going because no one could have home studios. So basically, if you wanted to record a record, you had to go into a studio which had like hundreds of thousands, sometimes millions of dollars worth of gear in it. And then you got to pay the engineer. You got to do it in an allotted time. So you have to go and you're like, fuck, we can only afford like 6 days. We got to get an album done in 6 days. They would pile into this place, do it. They'd have to pay for the tape because we had no digital recording. So like the whole thing would have to go into a tape. If you fuck the tape up, like the take up, you have to start the whole thing again. There was no like doing bits and bobs. You do the whole take in one thing. All this shit. They had to print a tape, everything, which cost so much money. Which is why but then like no one could just get it that easily. Like they had to, like the only way you could get it was like going to the shows or going to the shops, and then they can charge what they want for it. And if they're a really good band, like obviously the radio is going to back them. And then no one had computers or anything, so everyone just listened to the radio and watched the telly, and they just decided who was famous. So those people made stacks of money. Like the 70s would have to be like Led Zeppelin or something. Holy fuck, you would have been the richest people ever.
I think it's also like back then it's kind of more based on your like live performance. I mean, it still is now, but like the way of spotting bands would be at gigs and festivals and all that kind of stuff as well. So it's like, I mean, obviously now it's just like you said, it's like a sea of just music out there, and you're just adding another pebble to the waterfall. So I don't know. Like you just gotta hope that people share your shit. you upload something, you affect someone some way, and then they share it to someone else, and then that spreads. Like,
well, that's the good thing as well, is that like it's so easy to like, because if you're like, hey, I think the best thing about it is like, say you like back in the 70s, you discover Led Zeppelin or whoever, they're in the 60s probably, but you discover some massive 70s band.
There's some guy in America who's famous because he was the first guy that played the Beatles in America.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know,
there is
like, a guy who would have done
say
that.
You find some new awesome band like say you're living in the 70s and you find some new amazing band. You go down to the club and some band plays and you're like, fuck, they were good. Like, they were so goddamn good.
Do you record your first band's stuff, Andy?
My stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah, I record all my own stuff. I got a little studio as well. It's pretty much just like the basement.
I think it's better.
It's smaller.
Supreme gear.
It's exactly the same. It's smaller, and it's all purple. It's more purple in there.
More purple?
What?
There's just more of the colour purple.
Purple. Really nice. Royal colour. Mr. Reed.
Fancy
and
boy.
you've recorded down there, have you?
Yeah, that's where I do everything. That's where I've done everything.
Mm-hmm.
And these guys are welcome. I've told them.
Yeah,
Have you
dude.
been over yet?
Oh, yeah.
G'day, mate.
Butter doctor.
Hey.
Butter doctors. Hey.
Dude, grab the room, Mike.
Yeah, grab that mic.
What are you guys doing?
We're making a podcast.
Dude, that's just there waiting for the.
Got dinner, I was going to say, would you
Do you want some
There's none.
butter dal, man?
There's none left, dude.
No, I'm going to get some sushi.
Oh, good.
Zach just gave me a look when I asked Andy that.
What was that?
I think I was trying to tell a story, and then I was
Zach.
rambling, and then so Winch just went, boom, Andy, question.
You
And then
see
I
the
got
look he
cut.
gave me.
I was like, fuck you, I was talking, and then I realized, I'm just absolutely...
Can you do the look to me?
I'm absolutely... I was just like...
Yeah, it's on. Stewie,
Grab that.
grab it.
I was just like mid-conversation.
Is he
And then
getting
Winchie,
shot me this
Winchie just goes, so Andy, anyway, and I just went... I just like was so cut at him, and then I realised, I was absolutely
Power play.
What are you
rambling.
what, cutting Zach off? Someone's got to do it.
Yeah, fair enough.
Sandy. Dude, it was so relaxing, I fell asleep.
Dude, who did we
Did
have
you fall
tonight, man?
asleep?
Courtney.
Courtney. Oh, was it hello A?
D.
B.
B plus 2 letters.
Nice. B's the easy one, right?
It was D.
Oh, D.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's nice.
well, that's super nice, dude.
So nice.
It's relaxing.
It's so relaxing.
Some gentle stretching.
Just fell asleep and I woke up and everyone was leaving.
Did you actually fall asleep?
Yeah.
Oh, amazing.
It was great.
Sometimes I actually fall asleep during the last, like, the little... What do they call it?
Shavasana.
Shavasana.
The corpse pose.
Yeah.
Why is that the?
That's a good one.
Why is that the like sleepful part? What is it about that bit that makes it so the wind down?
Just getting up at 5, trying to go for a surf, and just surfing a tow truck instead.
Oh, yeah. I heard about this, dude. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. That's so funny, man.
Steve.
I was like...
You got
That
towed.
broke down.
Yeah.
Where?
Oh,
Two
your
tow
beautiful
trucks.
car.
Just
Sorry.
cruising down the highway.
What happened?
It was just like eyes to the horizon, not a care in the world. McCann was there, just heading towards some waves, and then boom, Triumph had other plans.
Dude, what about your
What did the
positive force
Triumph
field bit?
think?
Oh, like it was fine. It wasn't a problem. We
No,
just got a couple
like,
of tow
Michaela came
trucks.
back, and I was like, how was it? And she was like, yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
Didn't even mention the fact that you didn't actually go surfing. And I was like... I found out later, I was like, oh, yeah, we didn't actually go. Like, it's just that
Yeah, it was
his
sweet.
car broke
It was
down.
fine.
So what happened to your car, though?
Not sure yet. Still the mechanic. I'm sure he'll kick the tires and
Steve,
let me know.
man.
Hey.
Steve's having issues.
Yeah.
The things you do for that car, man.
What's the make?
Yeah. It's eventually gonna be your car.
Is it?
My car.
Lucky
Yeah.
boy.
Why are you
my
getting it
car?
in the will?
When Slough Unicorn Group gets me a company Porsche, let's leave that.
Dude, I love that car. Man,
Nice.
when I drove that car from the yacht back here, dude, like, I thought it didn't have brakes. I thought it just fucking... Because I pulled out of the car park and I was like, the brakes aren't working! It was just like, you have to, like, press down so hard.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
It's an old car, yeah.
So,
Nice.
but it's great. I love that car.
Boom.
Dude, the steez on it is...
And the fumes are just wafting as well.
So good. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a free high every time you drive it.
Yeah.
You
What's
think,
the car? What is it?
It's an old 77 Triumph. You think it's running too rich, except it's just leaking fuel out the side of the car. Dude, when you're running carbon positive, it's totally fine.
Totally.
It's
Yeah.
a beautiful car.
Yeah, thank you.
It's nice.
I think it. Didn't you go down to Sydney to get that car?
I got it from Adelaide. Yeah, it's a classic. The guy got it off didn't want to sell it to me because he didn't think it would make it back. I was just like, dude, where's your sense of adventure? I'll see you tomorrow. And then, as we were driving back across the desert, I was saying to my brother, shit, like, do you think this is running rich? Like, the carbies are running rich, dude. Like, all I can smell is petrol. He's like, no, it's fine. And then we got the fuel, the motor pass fuel bill next month, and we used 500 litres of fuel to drive 2,000 k's.
You used what, sorry?
We used 500 litres of fuel to drive 2,000 k's.
Whoa.
Yeah. But 400 we probably didn't use, to be honest.
Did you have to pay to get it fixed? Like that's a problem. It's leaking fuel.
Yeah, so like the initial investment was maybe like 2.5K, and then since then I've probably paid like 10 times.
Just do some monthly payments.
Initial investment.
Dude.
That's what you paid the guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Hugh, you can look forward to this in your life.
Dude, you're inheriting and like.
Afford it. You're
you're
cash
inheriting
out,
fix
mate.
it up and now it's
Yeah,
yours.
I was about to say,
yeah,
you're
dude.
going to inherit like a new car just with an old body.
Yeah.
Dude, I will honour that car, man. If that is handed to me, fuck.
The pussy
Nice.
wagon.
God, I mean,
Can we do a
it's
ceremony?
dangerous as fuck. I don't think that the seatbelt in your seat even... Do
I
you
don't-
even have a seatbelt?
I don't clip it on. I use the force field to keep me in the car.
Is it a bench seat?
No, it's
No.
just 2 single buckets.
How good would a bench seat be in that car? In
It
the back?
deserves it.
Dude, yeah.
It did feel really cool, like just driving back. Like, I mean, because I've wanted for so long. Like, I've always been in the passenger seat and looking across, you know, and just behind the wheel, it really does things to you. You look up in the rearview mirror, you just like
Highwayman.
yeah.
One of the 2 mirrors in the car.
dear. Yeah,
That's gonna be you. That's the future.
dude. All right, that sounds nice.
So,
My car's about to fucking kill itself. So
The mag?
the motor's okay. It's just the everything else. The door doesn't open now.
Oh, yeah.
The fucking, you know.
can we do a ceremonial burning when we do the handover of the Triumph?
Dude, that's
I've
a good
always
idea.
wanted to roll out of a car, like going down, like off a cliff, kind of thing.
Like Homer in The Simpsons.
How amazing would
Homer,
that be?
you genius.
Or treat it like a ship.
Let's do it.
You could do like
Smash a bottle of
Dude,
champagne
Kangaroo
against
Point.
it.
Yes.
You could do like the
Water.
It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia thing and try and run it into a wall and like dive out just before he hit
Yeah.
the wall.
He just doesn't dive.
Yeah, he just hits the wall.
Gents, would
And
anyone
then they
like
try and
anything
shoot the
for
petrol
oxygen?
tank with a gun while he's like sniffing ammo. He's like,
Good, thanks, man. I've eaten. You guys
Where
hungry?
the fuck do you go, mate?
thanks,
I
G.
just had goodness.
Did you guys like
Ah,
No, I'm
No,
all
we
good.
just had
just had some.
naan, dude.
But thank you.
So much naan.
Bye, butter doctor.
I've run out of official questions.
Oh, well, that was a good effort.
Yeah, not bad. Is there anything else you'd like to know?
Well, as my harshest critic,
Me?
What would I ask? What
No,
should-
I don't have anything more.
If you were your harshest critic,
No,
what would
Winchie's
you
saying
ask?
I am his harshest critic.
Oh, as his harshest
Yeah,
critic.
yeah, yeah.
What would you ask him?
Well, no.
About his
he's-
life.
Oh,
For the script.
going to Big Winchie.
Yeah, I'm interesting.
Yeah,
All right.
let's do a get to know Winch.
How's his life going?
How is it going?
None of your fucking business.
Big Winch response.
Yeah, fair enough. Don't ask, don't tell, I guess.
No, man, things are good.
Yeah.
You know, you just...
Dude, Green Beacon job could be nice.
Beacon.
Well,
I like that place.
Dude.
when this comes out, we'll know the answer.
Dude, we'll put the podcast out and tell them to listen to it.
do you know?
I do have a couple of more mid-air questions and stuff.
Oh,
do
do you?
it.
Well, about what's next. That was,
Okay.
that's the way I wanted to tie it in a bow.
I was just gonna say before I answer that, the post production of these podcasts, I really want to like pitch some people up like 3 tones and some people lower 4 tones.
Because they'll
Yeah.
sound better.
It's so
It'll
good.
be like a chord the whole time.
Yeah, because I was like thinking of like
that'd
the
be
anonymous
horrible.
thing, and I'm
You're, like,
like
listening to a
like,
song. the
One
whole
person will
time.
be like, dun, 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 dun,
Can you do it from this
Or
point
just, like,
on?
one note.
Like, starting from now, I'm now pitched lower.
Yeah, I can do that.
I think if you
Yeah.
pitch each of us at a tone, like a set tone
like this,
with
like
auto
that.
tune. It'll sound really nice.
So we're all like a
We'll
chord.
keep bouncing off each other
Yeah, like a C major.
Oh, that'd be horrible.
like a chime, like a wind chime.
Maybe you'd remember what we say though. 'Cause
Try
it'd be
to.
like lyrics
I
in a
reckon-
song.
Alright, try that.
Mm.
It'd be funny.
Cool.
That's gonna be on the next album.
Mid Ayr. Yeah, we're recording this album. Recording this fucking album. That's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. Yeah.
Is there a name yet?
No.
No.
Big Winchie, maybe.
I reckon it'd
Great
be a
name.
hit.
I'll actually like
Dude, yeah, an album name. Too we got to think of artwork and all that.
Yeah.
Did you like the Love Basement photo
Yeah.
and little, I don't know, typography of the
Oh
Love Basement thing?
yes. I like that. Psychedelic.
Is there going to be an album?
Yeah. I'm excited about it.
When?
I think. Well, I really actually want to get most of the tracking done within the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, I want to have it out by like before the end of the year. I want to have it out by like October.
All right, Dad. Okay.
Well, we talked about that a little bit, didn't we, Dad?
Yeah.
Some
So
solid fatherly advice.
I think we just need to keep to
October.
its schedule because if we don't, it'll just blow out.
Hmm.
So I think we need to just say we're doing it here and just getting it done.
before October.
I'd say October would be great because October's only like 2 months away. So we need to get it done.
Yep.
We've got to get it all mixed. We still got to finish writing it. It probably won't be in October, let's be honest. But
It will be. It will
October's
be.
soon.
yeah, October's not far away.
Yeah, I know.
Maybe it'll be a February release.
How many tracks?
That's still a good question because I think we're 7 deep or something, 6 or 7 deep.
6 or 7, yeah. Especially with that new one. That was good.
So yeah.
3 or 4 more.
Yep.
Is there a name for it?
You already asked
Besides
that.
Big Winchie?
I'm thinking. I don't know. There's a theme going around the album.
Zach.
Yeah.
There is a theme to it, but I don't know what to call it yet.
What's the theme though?
The theme is kind of like, I guess it is based on being kind of existential, like a little bit like uncertain of your placement in the world, your purpose, your existence. Blah blah blah. Had a bit of that.
Is that reflective of where you are at?
I have been going through, a bit of a chapter
crisis.
like that. Yeah, a bit of a little bit. Yeah.
Why?
Why?
Yeah.
I think. I don't know. Doesn't everyone go through that shit? It's amazing to me that no one goes through that. I just feel like it kind of hit me last month, I think. Or, no, 2 months ago. I just started feeling like I don't know. I don't really know what my purpose is meant to be. I've built my life up around music, but I'm like, sometimes I feel like, I don't know. Am I? Not that I think that there should be a purpose specifically to everyone, but like, I don't know. I just kind of had a bit of a bout of it.
Were you doubting your musical abilities or anything? Or was
Well, it was just a way of the future, I guess. Like,
Okay.
yeah, like, not doubting my musical ability, but just like what music is to me, and whether I want that kind of lifestyle, whether I wanted something different. You know, the idea of family and the idea of like a job and all this kind of stuff comes into play. So
as a career choice, musician probably is like, put on a scale.
It's a hard slog. Big time.
yeah, definitely the hardest. So
Yeah, but all you guys are musicians then. You know, like
I know it sucks. It sucks that it's so hard.
But if you shift how you view it,
It's good though.
because it's always going to be hard. Like any creative endeavor is going to be hard.
Yeah.
But a lot of love comes into it as well,
Yeah.
which I think is really important. So then it wouldn't feel like work. So then it's kind of like if you put a lot of pressure on yourself for it to be a thing that you need to succeed in and need to see results in, I imagine if you weighted against that kind of expectation, it would be pretty hard. But if you just love going, because I can't think of anything better than I just get to make stuff, and this is great. And you're working as a teacher and teaching music too, which is awesome.
That's so true. I think that like I come to that realization of it's just like I think the more strain you put on yourself for it to be successful, the worse it gets for you. And even when you reach some sort of status, then you have to maintain it too. It's not like it just gets easier.
But it's like, I feel like as well, like even if you did get status, you think it's going to be like a different story when you like get some success. But I feel like you don't really, you're still you and you're still doing your thing. And like there's always going to be like something that you're longing for, like even if you do get really successful. So it's like the idea is that I think making music, even though it's a tough slog money-wise, like you're struggling like a fair bit of the time if you're just a musician. Like if you're just being a musician and trying to make money purely off music, you have to be like fucking good at it. And then no one really wants to pay for music these days. Like everyone, we've gone through an age of where people can steal it for free very easily. So it's very hard to make money as a musician. But you don't care because like you just love doing it. And then I feel like a lot of people who have really big jobs are really unhappy with all their money because they're not doing something that they really care about. And it's like,
yeah, I think I'm
we don't
redirecting
need
the
that much
focus
money.
to for instead of it being like a future sort of career sort of path or whatever. It's more just aimed at like more of a therapeutic spiritual experience for me now, where I can, and I'll always have it. It'll always be there, like and. I think that was my little existential crisis that I went through. I was just like working out how I'm going to use music, like what is it to me? And I think I've come to the realization that it's more of a self-fulfilling thing than it is some sort of career.
But you could have gone the other way with it too. You could have acknowledged that it's something that you love and that you're good at, but then go, but I can probably do this instead. And then treat music as a side thing, which a lot of people do, and then just grow it on the side. But it's certainly it's something all of you guys do. Cause like,
it's never that good if it's just on the side.
Yeah, on the side implies that it's just like...
It's not good. It's never good, like really.
Yeah, if you do some rock climbing on the side.
Yeah.
You do some fucking, arts and crafts. But yeah, music, like I don't know, for it to be good, and that's where my excitement lies as well. I really need to focus on it.
Is the enjoyment from playing live, is that the most important part? Like, you write songs and stuff, but does it all culminate to being able to perform live?
What do you think, Andy?
Well,
huge conversation.
Personally,
Jesus.
no, I'm all about recording.
Yeah.
Because that leaves this thing that will be there forever for trillions of people. Whereas live is just for like 10 or 20 people.
But that's also
or 50 or 1,000.
It's a different feeling.
It's like this whole... That's how I'm thinking about it at the moment. So I feel my time's best and most efficiently spent recording.
How about if every time?
But actually, I'd love to play live. That'd be super fun.
Well,
and it always is really fun. It's a whole different thing.
If you had the chance to always play live to a large crowd, would that motivation
probably
be enough?
Actually, I don't know. I reckon I'm all about recording at the moment.
Making the music is a lot more of a like fun experience too. I feel like sitting in a studio, like notching parts out, trying things out, like creating is like always super exciting. And then the live show is kind of always exhilarating because it's kind of like a bit of a, oh fuck, look at all these people, or not, depending how successful you are, look at all these people that are here to see us. Like we must be doing something good. It like reevaluates or reaffirms you. Like you're like, cool, we're killing it. Like all these people love our music. If you're really successful.
I mean, like, well, because I'm basing it off, like, I played a live gig with you once.
Yeah.
I've only ever had...
Big Winchie.
Big Winchie on the bass.
Really?
Me and Zach played once live at the Globe and then at the Powerhouse.
Powerhouse.
And
who did you play with
Zach's
in the
always
Powerhouse?
been a very good drummer, as long as I've known him. And but I had those two experiences, and they were very quick.
Yeah. They're fleeting.
But getting to watch you guys play live, it's just like, surely in that moment you get to fully enjoy the experience.
There really is something you tap into there. Like, I mean, not all gigs, but like a lot of gigs, yeah, I don't know, you just enter this... I love it. I love the feeling that it gives me. Like, I can't even put it into words really. The closest thing is it is kind of spiritual. You kind of like tap into some sort of zone sometimes where everything lights up or slows down as well. It's kind of weird to describe.
Everything just feels really good.
It feels really good, and also your ability just enhances so much more. And like it's like you can play everything so much easier. You can sing. I can sing so much better. I'm in so much more control.
Can you
it's
feel
like your
the
Super
crowd?
Saiyan self.
Super Saiyan.
Yeah, it really is like that, man. You're like, "Boom," and then you just tap into this zone, man. Yeah, you can feel the crowd. I can feel like, the nice boys in front.
Oh yeah, there's always a good crew.
No. I can just feel like when it's working, when I'm connecting with people.
Can you feel it?
Yeah, absolutely. Like the energy is like a big circle on the stage. So like you come out, there's usually a bit of hype. Like that's the first thing. So like the energy, you walk in and you go out and you watch the support bands, and like I feel like that amps you up because if there's a good crowd building for the support bands and stuff, you feel like fuck yeah, this is going to be a good show. There's lots of people here. This will be sweet. Let's do a really good show. We go out there and then the crowd's like, woo, you're on. And then like away you go. And then you got to like just keep trying to G up the crowd and put the energy out into the crowd as hard as you can. Like, this is how I feel. I'm really enjoying myself. I'm having a great time. Like, just because you're loving it, right? Like, I love getting up in front of people and just going, all right, fuck it. Let's just get into this so much. I'm not even going to know they're there. I'm just going to have a really good time. That's kind of how
There's
I go.
a point where you kind of just let go. I think you make a decision to kind of just be like, fuck it. It's not about being totally perfect anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not about everything sounding great.
And if that gets across, then they love it. Sorry.
Yeah, like, and so you let go in this way that kind of just
Sorry.
it just...
Sorry, dude. Just totally cut him off. Yeah.
No, you did.
Did I not?
No.
You're right
Did I not? I feel like I did. Sorry.
I was trying to say, you get to a point where you kind of like, and it's rare actually when it happens properly for me. I think like when you actually get into like you let go and you like, I can just there's nothing else to show. Like you kind of just feel like every part of your talent is exposed and every part of you is exposed, and it's a powerful thing. Like it's all your vulnerabilities are out on the table.
Especially if you're getting a good response. Like if you finish a song and the crowd just goes, yeah, and you can actually really feel the energy when a crowd fucking loves it. Like you really can.
And then the songs you write as well, where you get a response because you write something personal.
Yeah, but
and then you get a response from something personal.
Dude, when you
lyrically, and you write the guitars and stuff.
But like the personal response I get, I think is also just people connecting with it too. Like a lot of people really like thrive on just knowing that someone else is going through something similar. Or
I feel like the best thing about watching you live, you get like it's like a real Sigur Rós thing. Like you know how Sigur Rós like they don't.
I know you love them.
Well they're fucking amazing. Like they don't speak. They sing in a made up. Well, they're not made up, but like an Icelandic. It's called Hopelandic. They're singing like this really, really hard to understand language. So it's really abstract. Like it doesn't mean anything. So basically, all the music is all feeling. It's all about like what they're trying to get across is like feeling and how it feels the music. And I feel like a lot of that comes out in your thing as well. It's just like this is how I feel. Yeah. Like you know what I mean. And it like that's what people go. Whoa! Like this guy's amazing. Like. Yeah. People really connect with you because you're so honest with how you feel when you play live. I think that's what happens.
I agree.
When you let it go, you know what I mean? You just let it go and you're like, fuck it, this is how I feel. Like when you'll do your big yells or you'll play like a really soft song or whatever. Like,
thanks, man.
Yeah,
how did you feel, Andy, when you came in to... Because it must be weird coming into an existing band and having to slot in like how you did.
Yeah, well, I'd seen him once at this beer festival.
Oh yeah, that was such a good time.
Beer and cider festival.
That's right. You were so nice. You got booted.
Hey,
you got booted that night.
Did you?
Did I?
Yeah, at the back, man. You got too nice. And the security guard
yeah, I couldn't get back in. I couldn't get back into the backstage.
He wanted to kick you out because you were so cooked, and we were like, dude, no, he's fine with us because we had the backstage thing. And the security like, fine, and then you're like, I'm just going to go out to pee, and the security guard's like, go for it, dude. And he just opens it, and you go out to pee, and he's like, burp, and shuts the door, and you're done.
Yeah, that was my night.
Yeah.
So funny.
But that's where I learned all my parts.
I can't believe you were there, dude. Were you watching it from the front?
I was with Stu.
Yeah.
Butter was there.
No, your manager.
Stu.
Boom.
That's right.
And those dinosaurs like running around.
Oh, T-Rex is on the race course.
I remember we played on the fucking, like, it was like in the afternoon at some weird time. The
Josh Pike.
I got fucking burnt.
Some other.
You got sunburned playing.
I walked off and I was sweating all fucking pink. I was like, God.
That was a fun show.
I just remember just beer.
Dude, the writer of that show was unbelievable. All the
Ballpark are playing it this year.
Yeah, they're playing it this year, dude. They took Josh Pike's place.
It was Regurgitated played. Remember? That's what played after you guys.
One?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was Josh Pike.
No, it was definitely Josh Pike.
Oh, really? What am I thinking of?
I have no idea, dude. But you're thinking of the right event because the T-Rexes were there and everything.
Yeah,
That's the right event. Yeah.
But then, it was Supernatural. I just kind of, I hadn't actually listened to all your albums.
Look, Annie's he's downplaying. He is actually a very, very talented musician. He's very like our music isn't hard in terms of picking up
it's not
or playing bass too.
difficult.
And he's very skilled, and he just fit in super well.
I guess that's why when I saw you guys at Foundry, I was like, Andy looks like he's been there since the start.
You also brought another dimension to it, like the
Sex appeal.
Yeah, well, yeah, he did actually.
It is a sexy band now, for sure.
Yeah, it's hot.
It's good.
When's the next gig? Do you have one coming up?
Never.
Never again.
We've stopped playing live shows. It's
Okay.
not happening anymore.
I don't know.
I'm going to be a studio band only.
No,
Is that a good idea?
It's a terrible idea.
We could do the Beatles route and just get cardboard cutouts of ourselves. Not actually play live shows again.
That'd be awesome. We should do that.
But yeah, we don't have show. I just want to focus on the album, I guess. I don't know if that's a cop-out thing to say, but
No,
that's really kind of what it is right now for me. So.
Well, that's the idea anyway, right? Like you write the album, put it out, and then you do shows to support it.
Yeah.
Like,
it's strange because it's such a flip. Like you go from both extremes. You go from being completely isolated and creating this like basement by yourself, or whatever the fuck, to like touring, which is like the most extroverted thing. You have to be on stage in front of heaps of people and like screaming.
It's complete extreme ends of each one, isn't it? There's no middle ground there, really.
Yeah.
How many tours have you done? You did the ballpark support,
We've only done like
which
6.
I loved hearing about while you guys were on the road.
Yeah, that was fun. We've probably only done like 6 tours, I reckon, max.
You missed I think I spoke to Zach on the day where you guys missed a flight.
That was like our first show after the Sydney. That was our first interstate show.
Oh, it was the greatest story I've ever heard.
Yeah, I fucked it up big time.
What I got told was Zach was asleep and Jen came in and woke you guys up.
Yeah, she did.
And we're like, hey, are you supposed to be at the airport? It was a holy fuck moment.
Yeah, big time.
And,
it was so funny.
And I know Zach would have been like, get the fuck up.
Absolutely.
It was Jen's boyfriend, and she was like...
What, Tom?
No,
Tom, yeah,
Tom. Jen came in and
was
she
Tom
was like...
there?
Yeah.
She was like,
we're staying at Jen's place.
Isn't their flight like meant to be like at 7? And then like Tom
and Jen was like, oh shit.
He was like, whoa, they're so late. And then just like busted in, and it was like, get up, and then like...
We panicked,
Zach,
man.
dude.
It was so shit.
He like what? He was like, "Oh, my alarm it." No, it didn't go off, and then he gets up, and then we were like trying to sift all the shit downstairs, and it was this like really narrow staircase, like super steep, and Zach just like hurls his SPD like. It doesn't have a case, like just this big rubber like drum pad, and
$1,000 piece of
throws
equipment.
it down, and goes down the stairs. He's like, "Oh yeah, that's good."
I was in panic. I was like, "Pick it up, let's go."
I've seen Zach in panic mode.
Yeah, I loved it.
It was so shit.
funny.
And then we like fucking get a cab somehow, and I'm like, dude, we need to be at the airport like half an hour ago.
Yeah,
Can
then you get in the
us there?
cab driver like all this grief, dude.
Was I?
Yes.
Fuck.
You turned into a bit of a dick.
Did I really? No, you guys
No,
are just hungover
unintentionally.
and asleep.
Yeah,
still.
yeah. Just get us there as fast as you can.
Yeah, I just said, sorry, dude. It's like we're super late. If you can get us there the quickest way possible, I don't care what you have to do to get there. Just get us there, please. And he was like, cool. And it was like 7 a.m. on a Sunday.
I don't like your rendition of it.
Alright.
I don't think that's accurate.
I love
There's no way Zach politely said, hey man, we're a little bit late.
I
no,
did,
it was not like that
man.
at all. It was like, oh, my SPDs. Yeah.
What did I say?
I just remember you hurling that fucking thing down the stairs, dude. It was so funny.
Oh, I didn't hurl it down. I dropped it. Like,
You're like,
obviously.
oh yeah, that's good. Whatever.
I was just trying to be like, let's go. And
then,
doesn't matter. Let's go. Like, kind of.
I remember Aldo though. Like he was just like, we got to the airport. He was super quiet, and we got to the airport, and Aldo was like, I don't know what the fuck was going. Like he went home and he just crashed. Like he just like just hit the fucking bed. It was like he's like, I don't know what the fuck was happening. I just fell asleep and
during that day to get home.
Yeah, but there was something else that happened, like where
dude, well, like we got there and then she was like,
no, you set your alarm and it just didn't go off.
No, I cooked
then
I fucked it massively.
Yeah.
I set the alarm for like 5:30.
No, I woke up with your alarm. And
Yeah.
you were like, well, it was someone else's alarm.
It was
and I was
mine.
like, dude, we need to get up. And you told me,
Yeah, I'm telling
you were like,
you.
no, man, it's not.
Yeah,
Go back to
I
sleep.
absolutely cooked it, dude. It was going off. And he was like, dude, is that the alarm? And I was like, no.
Okay, Zach fucking lied to me then.
What do you mean?
The version that he told me
Yeah,
was that
that just came
Aldo
out then.
didn't set the alarm right.
That's bullshit. He's taking it up.
I'm not fucking with you. 100%. Your version
No,
was that, like,
100%.
you were the victim.
No, it
and
was
then
all
you
me.
roused everyone and saved the day.
Well, I did
Saved
rouse
the
everybody.
day.
I didn't. Well, I kind of did. I got us home. I paid for us to get home.
Well, I don't know. I can't even remember
I
what
don't
the
know,
fuck
man.
the situation. I remember we got a good deal. We got a good deal.
Oh yeah,
'cause we ended up being in the.
You guys got a
lounge.
great deal. You didn't pay anything.
We ended up being in the lounge, and we're hungover as fuck. And
Yeah, because you had a guest, and Aldo was like, "Fuck it," and paid to be a lounge guest. He paid like $70 to go into the lounge.
oh well.
And then we saw Stu there, remember? And he rolled in and he was like, "Fellas, how's it going?" And like he'd had a good sleep and he was feeling good, and we were there like, "Oh, we missed our flight and we just had to
had this
buy
ordeal.
another one," and all this. And Stu's like, "Oh, bummer, boys." And then he left for his flight before us.
Yeah. It was very mild in terms of any kind of blow, but it was fun.
It was our first experience though as well, which was like the funniest thing. It was our first interstate show. We just like completely cooked it.
You do get a bit rowdy though when you're because the last time we were in Sydney, it was something about like it was like heavily congested in Sydney,
I
and then we
hate
got into the
traffic,
cab and we had to like pack that stupid that tiny little cab with all that shit.
Oh, yeah.
We jumped in and then you were like he was this Chinese driver and you were like not getting mad at him but like giving him some orders, and I don't think you were aware of it, of
Probably
how
not,
you were
no.
coming across.
Me, dude. What is this?
I just remember Aki looking at me in the back, being like,
Oh, really?
"No, but
How has he been?
I think you wanted to get to the airport, and it was just like urgency.
When was this?
I was in Sydney.
When we were going to the airport or to the venue?
I don't know. We had to drop off those amps and stuff. We had to do a big route. It was something
Yeah,
about
was
that.
bullshit. We'd had such a shit time that weekend. That's
No,
probably why.
I loved it. It was great. It was fun.
Wasn't he taking us like a really long way or something?
Yeah, but you said that to him or something,
He
and then he
fucking
got like
was.
nervous or something. It was weird.
Nah, he was full of shit. He absolutely was taking us a long way. Like he ignored the GPS. Like he went a different way. And I was just like, "What are you doing?" I was pissed off anyway because we just spent like we'd had like 2 hours sleep and we'd spent so much money because we had gotten all these cabs.
I felt like
with
he
all
was
this
trying to help
gear.
us though. He was trying to be a good boy, but
And then remember we got that Uber X when we dropped off. Who dropped off the amps with me?
I can't remember.
Was it me and Aki? I think it was me
Yeah.
and Aki. And we ended up having to get an Uber XL because there was no other Ubers available. And we were like fucking 10 minutes from the airport and it cost me $95. And I was just devastated. I was like, fuck this. Like, I was so mad.
Yeah,
I love Zach so much.
yeah,
Oh.
goddamn.
He's my hero.
Yeah.
Hate hearing that shit. I'm like, fuck.
What?
Like that I was bossy to the guy.
No,
Like,
you weren't
I hate
bossy
that.
to the guy. You just said something. I remember we both just laughed so hard because it was just so funny. It was like such a you moment. Like you said something, but you didn't intend it sounding the way it
Oh,
sounded.
yeah,
but
that's
to him, he was
classic.
like really offended by it.
Oh,
Like,
God. That's classic me.
Nah, it's not.
no,
It's
it's
fine.
good. Yeah, well, it's you. But you can't.
Yeah,
be
you're
any
just
other
a
way.
cunt when you're stressed.
No, I don't know. Not a cunt. It was just
I used to work.
cheeky.
Oh, you did too. We used to work with Zach.
Yeah.
And
Oh, dude.
you're very much there's a line between A and B.
What do
And
you
if
mean?
anything gets in that way, get the fuck out of the way kind of thing.
Yeah.
I have some funny memories of you guys working together, by the way. which
Sorry
is
about that.
So funny. I remember this one day.
The bickering that would go on.
No, this one day where I was just sitting because I was out like near the door. Mm-hmm. And like I was there and I just heard this, oh for fuck's sake, Zach, and like you kicked this box. I had this big
like a married
and
couple.
then I was like what's going on? And then you walked outside and you did this angry kind of like you walked out and holding your hands
all
beside your waist,
like
and
fucking
like,
I'm mad.
For fuck's sake. And you were just waiting there and I'm like, what happened? And then Zach's just at the computer just like looking kind of guilty and like yeah, and you walked back and you're like, Zach just fucking farted. Like, you were so mad.
You were definitely mad already. Like, there's no way that the fart made you that mad. Like,
your farts stink so bad.
Everybody's.
That they do.
Everyone says that.
Everyone's farts stink.
Just to the world right now, if you don't know mine, yeah,
Zach has gross
you
farts.
got to know the inside of his body doesn't produce a nice smell.
They stink.
So do yours. Yours suck too, man.
I don't like how you're trying to deflect it upon me.
It's bullshit. I understand they stink, but like so do yours. So do Huey's. I definitely
Then why are you taking it so personally?
because like he says it all the time to everybody, and he convinces them that they're the worst, and they're absolutely fine. There's nothing wrong with them. They're normal bodily functions.
You've got a
mate.
good smelling fart.
Your farts don't stink.
They're fine.
Look at Mr. My Farts don't stink over here. I can't believe that, but you were so totally that day. I remember telling you to go home after that, and you were like, "What? You'd like that, wouldn't you?" Or something like that. You said something like, "Oh, why would you like me to?" And I was like, "Well, you don't want to be here."
I just love how like
You're going to party.
Party and then
No,
I'll
no,
be
no.
back.
Some girls
we could
are
get
coming
mad
now.
at.
Here.
Yeah.
Dude, okay.
The environment. Is
I'm gonna go. I'll be back. Dude.
Why?
Let's wrap this up.
to.
Oh, let's wrap this up.
Let's
I
wrap
will
this
be
up.
Okay,
back. My car's here.
Andy needs to slip away.
Andy,
Okay, let me
we're calling it then.
shall we? Who wants to wrap it up?
Who wants to surmise?
I
Summarize.
hope that I did the Mid Ayr guys justice.
Yeah, you were
asking
very
some
nice.
Now the whole world knows my farts stink, and I suck when I'm
We
stressed.
ended on that
Thanks,
note
dude.
too.
Awesome. Fuck yeah. It's all good.
Oh God! All right. Well,
I was supposed to meet Zach in Sweden.
Oh, are you kidding me? Cut.
I want to know where this is going.
Oh, it's I called you and cancelled because I fucking was ill.
Okay, ill.
Oh, God.
We were going to go see the Northern Lights, and Zach had diarrhea.
For like
And then-
3 months.
And then pulled out.
What?
Yeah.
3 months.
Yeah.
We were going
What
to
is
I had
that
like
about, man?
I would
Natural wonder.
backpacking in Europe. I just picked up something.
For 3 months.
Oh, you just wouldn't go. I just kept, but like I kept partying through it, so I just like never got better. So like I just got like real sick. I just drank way too much, but then I also picked up something, and I just got like ill to the point of like I just had to go home.
Should we end it there?
Yeah.
That's fucking...
My mental state was fragile as
Zach had
fuck.
diarrhea for 3 months.
On that note.
All right, that's good.
All right.
Good time.
Oh, thanks, guys.
Love you guys.
Fuck you guys. That's cutting like the last 10 minutes of
Old
that.
stanky butt boy.